Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. I'm about to go to my appointment and then I'm going to pick up some books because I ordered books last week. I probably shouldn't have because I still have quite a few books sitting on my bookshelf. And yeah, what I want to do this, well not this week but the next couple of days, is to finish my sketchbook. I hope I can do it. I recently bought some new box pastels that I'd like to sort of experiment with, and yeah, let's see if I can make it. Hi, hello, I'm back and I brought back this huge bag full of books and 2 DVDs. So I'd show you guys what I bought, what books I ordered. And the first one is Our Missing Hearts by Céline, which I don't remember how I discovered that she had published a new book. I'm not quite sure, but I was like, oh wow, I definitely need to get this one because I really enjoyed the first 2 books that she wrote, Everything I Never Told You and Little Fires Everywhere, very much. And even though I'm not in the mood to read very sort of heavy things at the moment, I was like, I need to pick this one up. And there was a huge sale on English books. I live in Germany and most of the time I have to order the books that I want to read because I almost exclusively read in English now. And so there is this huge book sale going on right now and I was like, okay, I have to, you know, buy some books now that they're cheaper. And so this is the first one. I'm very excited to read it. I already read a couple of pages to sort of get an idea of what the story is about, and I was really just, you know, from the first page on I was like reading and reading and reading, and then the, you know, when you read the first couple of pages on, for example, Amazon, and then you realise, oh, there's no more to go, like you have to buy a book now. Yeah, the second one is one that I had on my wish list for quite a while. It's Writers and Lovers by Lily King, and again I can't remember where I heard about this book, but it really sounded so good, and I just love this cover. I think it's so beautiful. There's the life on here, it's just, it looks great in my opinion. And yeah, so I have no idea when I'm gonna read this because, as I said before, I still have quite a few books in my bookshelf to read, but book sale, how could you resist? I mean, I can't. I definitely can't. Next is one that I had on my wish list for quite some time too. It is Strange Weather in Tokyo by Hiromi Kawakami. Sorry for mispronouncing that for sure, but yeah, again, I can't remember where I heard about this book, but I read quite a few Japanese novels this year and it sounded kind of interesting, and also I think the cover is super interesting. I'm excited to read this. It's not a very long book, so it's going to be a very short read. Maybe I can sort of squeeze it in between 2 longer books. And last but not least, I know it's only the 2nd of November today, but I ordered a Christmas book, the Penguin Book of Christmas Stories, which is, again, look at this cover, it's beautiful. There are quite a few stories in here, so it's a collection of Christmas stories by many different authors, for example Truman Capote. So yeah, really excited to read a few of these stories this Christmas, and I think it's a great book to have, you know, in your bookshelf, and you can pick it up every Christmas season and reread 1 or 2 stories, and you don't have to read the entire book in one go, which is nice. And then I also ordered 2 DVDs, which are, well, the title is written in German here, but it's actually a French TV series. It is the Agatha Christie inspired series, which is called Les Petits Meurtres d'Agatha Christie. And so here it's written in German because I ordered it in Germany where I live. And it's season 7 and 8. So these are all inspired by Agatha Christie's books. And they sort of adapted it and set it in the 1950s and 60s. And so you have these 3 main characters. You have the inspector, and then you have his secretary, and also a journalist who is following them around wherever. which the inspector is not too happy about, but it's really just so much fun. So yeah, I'm so happy to have picked them up, and now I can watch them again because I saw all of them on French TV. But you can definitely re-watch them because they're so well done and funny as well, very entertaining. I highly recommend if you don't know this. So I recently experimented with creating a pattern, and on Saturday I'm going to go to a painting studio with 2 friends of mine, and we want to paint, it's actually a painting studio where you can paint plates or cups, mugs and all sorts of different things, and I want to create a pattern beforehand so that I'm not overwhelmed by the choice of colours and all of the options you have there. And I did a little pattern with, well, flowers obviously, what else, with you know, on the basis of a headband that I have for my grandma, and it's very sort of bright and bold. The colours are very sort of, you know, red and blue and yellow, but I think it's kind of interesting to change things up a bit instead of doing the typical pink and sort of softer colour palette that I'd go for normally. And I also have another pattern in mind that I might combine with this one, which is on a flower vase that was my great grandfather's. So it's very, very old and we have it at home, and I recently did a little still life painting where I painted this vase. It is right here, and I think I'm going to go for a combination of these 2 patterns and just try to create my own. So I think I decided now what to go for. It is quite bold and bright for me. I usually go for sort of softer and more, not pastel-y, but yeah, softer colour palettes, I'd say. But I think the blue flowers are definitely necessary to sort of make it, I don't know, come alive, just make it a little more interesting and not too sort of monochromatic. And I think, yeah, now you can see that. And this is going to be the centerpiece, like the center of the plate. I hope they still have plates there to paint, or I paint a mug. I don't really have so many mugs at home, so I really just want to paint the plates. And I hope I'll be able to do all of these little details. I'm not quite sure. I have no idea, you know, what kind of brushes they have and how the colour they have to paint the plates with, how it behaves, if it's really sort of thicker paints or very liquid. We shall see, but at least I have an approximate idea of what I want to do. And now that I have more or less decided on the pattern I want to paint on the plate on Saturday, I'd like to continue and do a bit of gouache painting, because I recently went through all of my grandma's old photos and I found quite a few for reference. And I think I'm going to go for a landscape. Well, most of those photos are landscape pictures, so I'm going to go through them and choose one that I oh wow, I like this one. This is beautiful. I love how the tree has those pink blossoms, whatever these are. I have no idea what kind of tree that is. That'd be interesting to know. And so I'm going to go through all of these and see what I can do. I have, let me check how many pages I have left in this sketchbook before I finish it. It's 1, 2, 8, 9. 9 pages. That's quite a lot. I have no idea if I'm gonna make it. I will definitely do a bit more painting today, and let's see what I can do tomorrow and on Friday. But first I'm going to make some tea. Everyone, happy Thursday. I just received my Nina's Cosford sketchbook. I'm so happy. I mean, I've seen it everywhere and every art account on Instagram. Everyone's using it. I was like, okay, I need to try it myself and see what it's like. I mean, I don't really need one right now because I have like 3 sketchbooks going on at the same time. I have a larger sized one, a medium sized one, and a really small square sized one. But still, you know, I mean, I saw it everywhere. And yeah, I also ordered 2 postcards, one with cats, which is so cute, in my opinion. And then another one with mushrooms, which totally fits the autumn season, which is also really beautiful. I really like it. And last but not least, I also ordered a sticker, which is in here. Oh, how cute. There's an extra sticker. Nina Cosford sketchbook sticker, and I ordered this one, which is super cute too. I really like it. I think I'm going to stick it on the sketchbook, and I'm also going to choose some other stickers to put on the sketchbook because I still have some stickers from my Patreon memberships from Sheehan Barton and Lee Erickson. So I'm going to choose. It's going to be a tough choice because I'm like, oh, I want to use them. At the same time, I just want to keep them for something special. Don't know if you know that. But yeah, so I'm going to first unpack the sketchbook and then decide what stickers to put on that. Okay, so even though I have quite a few stickers left in my Patreon membership, I decided to go for something very minimal and just stick the sticker that I ordered from Cosford on here, and then this one from Shane Barton for the back, because I just think it fits so well with the black cat, the black background, and the orange, yellow and red colour that matches with this little elastic band here. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the way it looks. But I'm not going to start the sketchbook now because, as I said, I still have 3 ones going at the moment. And yesterday I actually did a last very quick page with mushrooms and peas. That I like the peas, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, but I do not really like the mushrooms here. It's just the colours are a bit sort of not well together, and I don't know, I also do not really like the frame I draw around here, and it's just a bit, looks a little messy to me. And so I still have, I think, about like 7 pages left. So I still have a few pages to go before I can finish this medium-sized sketchbook here. And I see what I go for. Yesterday I did this, well, first the pattern design and then 2 landscapes. I don't know if I showed these before the finished results. I quite like them. Also very sort of quick sketches and don't really look quite finished to me. Then I also just want to be looser in my sketchbook, so it's a bit of a, well, either that or I spend hours on just one sketchbook spread, which is also not the point, right? Anyways, I'm going to continue and look for some more subjects to draw and paint, and I think I just do a few sketches in here just to see what the paper's like, but later. First, I'm going to continue in this one here. Hello everyone, happy Friday. So I just had some tea and did some sketches in the living room, and I think they're quite cute even though the proportions are kind of off, but I kind of like them. And yesterday before I went to bed I did some, you know, very quick flower bases that I do not particularly like, but I just think, you know, a sketchbook is a place to experiment with techniques and different media, and so I did this gouache and Posca pen base, and this is just using Posca pens. I don't really like the one with only Posca pens. I'm not quite sure if I like these anyway, but yeah. And then I just wrapped a present before for a friend of mine who helped me with applications and things, and so I think I'm going to write a little card and maybe paint one for her just to say thank you. And later I will continue drawing and painting in this sketchbook because I only have 4 pages left now. Not quite sure if I'm going to finish these today, but even if I don't, it doesn't matter. It's not a race, it's not a competition. I'll probably finish this weekend. I don't know, I'll see. And I also started this Nina Cosford sketchbook yesterday, which is amazing. The paper's so smooth, I really like it. And I did this little sketch in the kitchen yesterday that you saw, and then I also did another page with butterflies. I'm not quite happy with the colour combination here, and it's also very hard to draw butterflies, you know, to get the proportions and the symmetry right. It's just, they look kind of wonky, but it's okay, you know. I'm just like, these are the first pages of the sketchbook. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm now going to do a little thank you card for my friend first. So I completed 2 more pages in my sketchbook, which I'm really happy about. I did these 2 little houses on what I think is a lake, probably, yeah, it's a lake. And I used these photos I'd found last weekend when we were going through my grandma's photos for reference, and I really like how they turned out. Actually, I did a gouache background and then I did the houses using Mox pastels, and on this one I used brown ink, which really worked rather well. I'm very surprised by that. I didn't think that it would work that well, and also it didn't bleed through the page, which I'm really surprised by. And so I think I'm going to sign off the vlog here because it's already quite long, I think, and I'm going to give you a little, you know, walk through the things that I did in the last couple of days, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye! So overall I'm rather happy with what I did in the sketchbook. I think I did great progress even though I didn't finish it, which was originally the plan, but then again it's not a race, it's not competition. And I really enjoyed experimenting with all of these different media and textures, and really just trying to be very loose, especially in my landscape paintings, which I'm really trying to do more of. And yeah, I really also am happy about my new Nina Cosford sketchbook, which is so cool. It really has the smoothest paper, and I'm really looking forward to using it more in the future. And until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye!